Hello and welcome back to some more Indiana Jones and the Fate of Atlantis, where in the last episode, we made our way through this hellish nightmare of a maze in Atlantis, and today we are going to be exploring the Canal. So let's step on inside, and the first thing we're going to want to do is step on down here, and get ready to use our trapped crab with this octopus right here. So let's go ahead and use the trapped crab with the octopus. Click on the canal to swim across to the other side. Then step on this raft and use one of your orichalcum beads with the mouth.
Whoa, this thing's got a motor.
Once you're on the raft, you can float to the gate on the right-hand side, and you'll notice there's going to be a little thing up here.
It's closed.
In order to progress through, we are going to need to use one of our 3 stones with this. And it works, so now we're gonna float on through. And as you may be able to discern, similar to the puzzles we've been solving up until this point, the order in which we have to use these stones is going to go from sunstone to moonstone to worldstone. So now we're going to use the moonstone with the spindle. And then float on through. Now just one more to go, we'll use the worldstone with this spindle right here. Then keep on moving. Then use the worldstone again for the next gate, because we're going in reverse order now. And then once you reach this room, we're going to want to step off the raft right in here. And then walk up to the doorway up top. And what you want to do is you want to pick up the crescent-shaped gear right here. And then once you have it, you want to close the cupboard, and then take a look at it.
What's this?
Now, if you have a good memory, then you can just remember what this looks like. Have it on hand in your memory. So once you have one of those 2 things, you can back on out, and then return to the raft. Now, the next thing you're going to want to find is a room with an archway. Now, we got lucky in the fact that we actually had to pass through that room to get here. But that will not necessarily be the case. So basically what you want to do is you just want to keep searching until you find it. If you pass it, great, just go back to the room where you found the archway. And if not, then keep moving through the gates until you find it. Once you get there, you want to step off and head through the archway. When you get to this room, you want to use the chain with the bronze loop to connect the 2 together. Then you want to use the ladder with the sentry statue. Then climb up to the top and open up its chest plate. Let's take a look inside. So if you've done everything correctly and you've went to all the rooms in the maze that I showed you in the last episode, then you should have 5 items right here. You should have the part of the statue, you should have the bronze spoked wheel, you should have the crescent-shaped gear, you should have the bronze gear, and you should have an orichalcum bead. So what you want to do is, the first things first, you want to place the bronze spoked wheel in the center right here. Then you want to place the statue part on top of it, like that. Now remember that picture I told you to take? Well, take a look at the diagram. That picture is telling you what you have to do for this. And what that is you have to place the crescent-shaped moon right here with these 2 pegs, like so. Then you want to place the bronze gear on the upper left peg, like so. And finally, and you probably could have figured this out even without the diagram, you want to put the orichalcum bead in the center mouth to start this machine and get it moving. Now you want to use this chain right here with the statue arm.
Down from here first.
Well, okay, fine. You want to climb down? Fine, I'll climb down first. But then, once you get back to the ground, use the chain. I said use the chain with the statue arm. Now you want to climb back up the ladder and look at the chest plate once again. This time you want to move the bronze gear to the bottom left peg and then replace the orichalcum bead in the center. Now you want to head back down to the ground. Pick up the ladder.
I can't pick that up.
I said pick up the ladder. And you also want to pick up the hinge pin right here. And this hinge pin is going to be very important. Now, I should mention here that from here on out, you technically have a choice. You can either continue on through the doorway or return back to the previous area to rescue Sophia. It's optional as to whether or not you rescue her, but come on, why wouldn't you rescue Sophia? Like, what reason would you have not to do that? But I will say that it's technically optional. You don't have to do it, and you do get a different ending if you don't do it. So if you want to see the ending that you get if you don't rescue Sophia, because I'm going to rescue Sophia in this playthrough. If you want to see the other ending, you can choose not to save her on your own time and just see what that ending would be. But I am going to show you how to save her for the sake of the walkthrough. And the way you do that is you get back on the raft and then go back through the canal until you get back to the very first room which you started off in. Once you arrive back here, you want to head through the doorway at the top, then walk back into the dungeon room. And now we want to give the hinge pin to Sophia.
What am I supposed to do with this?
Maybe we'll think of something.
Now what you want to do is you want to open up the cage.
What makes you think this is safer now?
Tell her you've got a plan.
I've got a plan.
Which is?
Brace the cage with a hinge pin.
Brace the cage with a hinge pin.
You know, that just might work. There! You know, I had to slug you.
Come on, Sophia, don't be angry.
Angry? You left me rotting in this hellhole!
Well, if that's how you feel, maybe you should stay here.
Maybe I will.
Great idea.
Fine.
Fine.
What was that?
I'm not sure. I think Nurab Sol made me do it.
Is that so? Dangerous fella, that Mr. Sal.
Yeah. Well, we better be going.
Now then, we want to try opening up this cage one more time so that the hinge pin falls out. I said open up the cage again. There we go. Now we can pick up the hinge pin and return back to the canal. Then simply hop back on the raft and take it back to the room you were just in with a giant statue. When you walk through the open door, you are going to enter the tunnel.
Indy, Nurab Sal is here. I sense his presence.
Hold on a minute. Are you feeling okay?
Never better. I feel all-powerful.
Come on, we got things to do.
We certainly do.
Oh, for crying out loud.
Regardless of whether or not you have Sophia with you, you want to follow the path that I'm taking right here through the tunnel.
In here, Indy. Follow me.
And then enter this doorway right here.
Ah, Dr. Jones. Welcome to my humble abode.
Once again, assuming you have Sophia with you, you want to walk over and talk to her.
Sophia.
I hear you.
Come on, Sophia, let's get out of here.
Never.
I'm staying right here with the spirit who guides my thoughts.
Hello, Spirit Guide. My name's Jones.
Yes, I know you. You'll make a fine slave.
Oh, yeah? Don't count on it. Why are you acting like this?
Acting like what? Speak your mind.
Charles?
You sound like you're possessed.
Possessed? By what?
By Nurab Saw.
Well, you're wrong. We're just friends.
Well, that's obviously wrong, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to look at Sophia.
Mind if I look at your necklace?
And then scroll up and use one of our orichalcum beads with the statue's mouth.
Ah! Ow! That medallion is hot.
Drop it, why don't you?
Nurab Sal won't let me.
Well, in that case, this is what we're going to want to do. We want to use the gold box with the necklace.
No!
Sorry, Sophia. So long, Nurab Saw.
Thanks, Indy. If you hadn't done that, I'd be as dead as that monster.
Now then, let's head up these stairs to the left. And then pick up the scepter we're going to find right here. Mind you that if Sophia isn't with you, you don't need to do any of the stuff down there with the necklace and the gold box. You just need to come to the top of these stairs and pick up the scepter. But either way, no matter whether you have Sophia with you or not, that's all you need to do in this room, so let's head back out into the main tunnel. Keep on walking through the tunnel until you find some strange markings. Right over here. Look, take a look at them.
Atlantean graffiti.
Remember these symbols, they're going to be important later. If you're not confident in your memory, you can always take a picture of it with your phone or just with a camera. It doesn't really matter, so long as you have a way of recalling what this pattern is. Once you do, walk through this doorway right here. You may have some more markings on the ground right here.
More Atlantean graffiti.
Once again, you want to remember those. Once you have that taken care of, you can climb up this ladder right here to make your way up here.
Going up?
I'll wait down here.
Suit yourself.
Now, if you recall, in this playthrough, the symbol we got in the hallway showed the left and the right blocks highlighted. That means that we need to use the left and right slots here to insert the hinge pin and the scepter to use as levers. So we'll put either the hinge pin or the scepter in the left slot, doesn't matter which one, then put the other one in the right slot. Then the other symbol in the hallway was pointing upward, which means that we need to push these levers up. Do the same thing with the one on the right. And then finally we need to use put an orichalcum bead in the mouth right here.
It's working. Get on board, Sophia.
Now what you want to do is think back to the markings that you saw on the ground next to the machine, and you want to reorient the levers to look like that. So in this case, the levers that the symbol, the markings in the ground we saw puts one of these levers in the middle, the other one on the right, the middle one up at the top slot, and the right one at the middle slot. So we want to pick up the lever on the left, put the hinge pin in the middle, and then we want to push this lever up to the top, and then pull this lever down one, and that's all we need to do.
That was close.
Too close.
And that is it for this episode. We are so close to the end of the game. Just one more episode to go, and then that is it for Indiana Jones and the Fate of Atlantis. So thanks for watching. Stay tuned for next time, and I hope to catch you all later today for the finale of Indiana Jones and the Fate of Atlantis. Goodbye.